Have you ever done something so stupid you almost died? Come on, be honest. We've all had those moments. A split-second decision that, in hindsight, makes you shudder and think, what was I thinking? Maybe it was a dumb dare in college, or trying a shortcut that wasn't a shortcut at all. It's that heart-pounding moment when you realize you've narrowly dodged a bullet, a story you might tell your friends for a laugh, but secretly thank your lucky stars you're still here to tell it. Well, these people actually did it. They didn't just flirt with disaster, they took it out for a fancy dinner, paid the bill, and then drove it home at high speed, straight into a wall. We are about to dive into the craziest, most unbelievable ways people took themselves out of the gene pool. These aren't just accidents, they are spectacular displays of flawed logic, a complete and utter failure to assess risk. This is pure, unadulterated Darwin Award territory. When I first started researching these stories, I read them and honestly could not believe they were real. I kept waiting for the punchline, for the part where it says, April Fools, but it never came. Each story is a masterclass in poor judgment, a testament to the idea that common sense isn't so common after all. Fighting a vending machine for a bag of chips, strapping a military-grade rocket to a car, taking selfies on crumbling cliff edges. It is like they were actively trying to win a trophy for the most ridiculous death imaginable. Spoiler alert, they succeeded, in the most spectacular fashion, but let's be clear, this is not just about making fun of them. Okay, maybe a little, but, more importantly, it is a masterclass in what not to do. Think of it as a public service announcement, a collection of cautionary tales delivered with a side of morbid curiosity. And before you ask, yes, these are real, verified stories. We've sifted through news articles, official reports, and historical records to confirm every jaw-dropping detail. The universe has a dark sense of humor, and we've got the receipts to prove it. For each of these 10 tales of terminal stupidity, we will break down what went wrong, what on earth they could have been thinking, and exactly why it all ended so badly. We'll explore the flawed physics, the questionable chemistry, and the undeniable biology that led to their ultimate demise. So, settle in. Grab your popcorn, maybe a notepad, to jot down some life lessons. Let us count down the top 10 most astounding ways people have removed themselves from the human story. Let us get into it. Coming in at number 10 is a cautionary tale that proves a simple, everyday craving for a snack is absolutely not worth your life. It's a scenario many of us have faced, the humble vending machine, a beacon of hope for a quick bite. But for one man, this ordinary interaction spiraled into a fatal confrontation, a stark reminder of how quickly a minor frustration can escalate into a tragedy. It all starts so innocently. You're hungry, maybe a little stressed from the day. You see your favorite chips. You carefully insert your money, hearing the familiar clink of coins or the whir of the bill acceptor. You make your selection, pressing the buttons with a sense of hopeful anticipation. The machine hums to life. The metal coil begins its slow, promising rotation. And then, nothing. Your snack is trapped, suspended in limbo just inches from freedom. It hangs there, a salty, crunchy monument to your misfortune, taunting you from behind the glass. The initial reaction is universal, a gentle tap on the glass, a hopeful nudge. It's a reasonable, almost instinctual response. But for this man, that gentle tap wasn't enough. Frustration boiled over into outright fury. He declared war. He began to shake the machine, first with tentative shoves, then with the full force of his body. He was determined to wrestle his prize from the machine's steely grip. With each violent rock, he pushed the machine further, ignoring the creaks and groans of the metal frame. He was pushing it past its point of balance, a critical threshold he was about to learn about in the worst way possible. What he failed to appreciate was the fundamental physics of what he was fighting. These machines can weigh over 800, sometimes even 1,000 pounds, and crucially, they are incredibly top-heavy. All the heavy cooling components and the bulk of the products are stored in the upper half. This high center of gravity makes them dangerously unstable when tilted. Once it tips past a certain angle, there is no going back. Gravity takes over with terrifying speed. The point of no return was crossed. In that horrifying slow-motion moment, as the massive steel box began its unstoppable descent towards him, he had a split second to regret everything. The anger, the shaking, the entire absurd battle over a $1.50 snack. It crashed down with the force of a small vehicle, a crushing, lethal impact that offered no chance of survival. By the time emergency crews arrived, it was far too late. They could only deal with the aftermath of that brutal physics lesson. It sounds like a bizarre, almost cartoonish way to die, but it is a shockingly real and recurring hazard. Reports indicate that vending machine-related fatalities, while rare, happen with tragic regularity. Almost always, for the same reason. He literally died for a bag of chips. A moment of anger, a loss of perspective, and the ultimate price was paid for something that would have been forgotten minutes later. It's a powerful illustration of how a tiny, insignificant frustration can be amplified by emotion, escalating into an irreversible disaster. The solution is painfully simple. If a machine eats your money or holds your snack hostage, just walk away. Take a deep breath and call the service number usually posted right on the side. A refund or a free snack coupon is a guarantee. A fight with the machine is not. Do not fight an 800-pound box designed to do nothing but stand still. It has one advantage over you: its immense, unforgiving weight. You will lose every single time. Remember, it's just a snack, not a life-or-death situation. Unless, through a moment of sheer frustration, you decide to make it one. Coming in at number 9 is a legendary tale of ambition, raw speed, and a complete disregard for science. It's a story that has echoed through internet forums for decades, a modern myth born from the desert, a 1967 Chevy Impala, and a truly explosive idea. Our protagonist, a man who felt the pull of unbridled velocity, decided his classic American muscle car was simply not fast enough. He craved a speed that couldn't be bought, a thrill that couldn't be engineered in any conventional workshop. He wanted to fly, but on 4 wheels. His solution was as simple as it was terrifying. He sourced a JATO unit, a jet-assisted takeoff rocket. These are solid-fuel boosters designed to heave multi-ton military cargo planes off short runways. He then strapped this immense power source to the roof of his car. There were no wind tunnel tests, no structural integrity calculations, no braking system upgrades. There was only a profound, unshakable confidence in his vision. He drove the car miles out into the desert, pointed it down a long, straight stretch of asphalt, and prepared to make history. Ignition was instantaneous, a volcanic eruption of force that was utterly catastrophic. The car didn't just accelerate, it vanished. In seconds, it rocketed to an estimated 300 miles per hour, a speed the chassis was never meant to endure. The laws of physics took over with brutal efficiency. The tires shredded into confetti. The brakes, even if he could have reached them, were useless against the rocket's thrust. Steering became a meaningless suggestion. After traveling for over a mile, the car went airborne, transforming from a vehicle into an unguided missile. It flew for another 100 feet before it obliterated itself into the face of a cliff. The impact left a crater 3 feet deep. He had achieved unimaginable speed, but in his singular focus, he completely forgot about the necessity of survival. Number 8 is a death that is tragically, and increasingly, modern. It's a cautionary tale, not of rockets and extreme speed, but of the perilous allure of the perfect picture. In the age of social media, we are all photographers, chasing the perfect shot for likes, for engagement, for a fleeting moment of digital validation. But sometimes, that chase leads us to the literal edge. Imagine the scene, a breathtaking vista, the perfect light. The phone is out, the pose is struck. The entire world shrinks to the confines of that small screen, the focus locked on getting the framing just right, not on the crumbling edge, just inches away. One small step backward for a better angle, a slight shift in weight, a tiny slip on loose ground is all it takes for the digital world to vanish, replaced by the terrifying reality of gravity. Falls from such heights are not survivable. The final image captured is not of a beautiful landscape, but of a fatal, irreversible mistake. This isn't an isolated incident. It happens worldwide, from clifftops to skyscrapers, from waterfalls to speeding trains. The pursuit of a viral photo ends in a real-world tragedy. It's a stark reminder: no photo, no amount of likes, is worth your life. Number 7. A prank with a shotgun. He believed pressing the barrel into skin would stop the shot. He pulled the trigger. It was not harmless. It was fatal. Guns are not toys. Myths kill. Number 6. A wasp nest and gasoline. He doused the nest, forgetting vapor is explosive. He ignited a cloud and himself along with it. Respect flammable liquids. Gasoline is not pest control. Number 5. A frozen lock, a propane torch. He superheated everything around the lock. Plastics, vapors, wiring. Boom. A simple de-icer would have solved it. The torch killed him. Patience beats a blowtorch every time. Use the right tool, not the deadliest one. Number 4, defies basic survival instincts. Someone decided to enter the lion enclosure. Apex predators do what apex predators do. By the time darts are loaded, it is already too late. Those signs are not suggestions, they are life-saving rules. Number 3 mixes alcohol and horsepower. After heavy drinking, he tried a movie stunt. Confidence up. Ability down. Coordination, reaction, depth perception, all impaired. Instead of a clean drift, a violent spin. He hit a ramp wrong and flipped repeatedly. The crash was devastating and fatal. Alcohol and driving stunts do not mix. Call a ride. Live to brag about smart choices. Runner-up, suicide by GPS. Trust in the box outweighs common sense. Maps outdated. Warnings ignored. Some keep driving straight into a lake. Panic arrives too late. Deserts, snow, nowhere to go. Exposure kills. Sometimes you must trust your eyes over your device. Number 1. A fatal misjudgment of depth. A grand entrance. A perfect dive. In their mind. Reality. Only a few feet of water. Head meets bottom. Neck snaps. Or massive head trauma. Silence turns to chaos in a heartbeat. Always check depth before you jump. From vending machines to GPS lakes, these are preventable tragedies. Stop and think. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and do not be stupid.